Living in an HOA neighborhood already meant tolerating nonsense. Weekly emails about approved mulch color, fines for leaving a trash can visible, and the occasional unannounced inspection. But nothing compared to what happened with our HOA president, the self-proclaimed queen of order, Karen. Karen's favorite pastime was reminding everyone she had keys to everything. Of course, she didn't, but she loved acting like she did. She'd wander into backyards, peek through garages, and tell people how to properly store their lawnmowers. Folks mostly rolled their eyes and ignored her. Until one day, I came home from work, opened my garage, and nearly had a heart attack. Parked inside my garage, in my spot, was Karen's shiny little luxury sedan. At first, I thought maybe my wife had borrowed it for some reason. Nope. My wife hadn't even seen it. I checked the cameras, and there she was. Karen, bold as brass, punching in the gate code, which she wasn't supposed to have, pulling into my garage, getting out, and casually walking home like she'd just dropped her car at valet parking. I was furious. I knocked on her door immediately. She opened it with that smug grin. "Oh, good, you saw my car," she said. I needed the space in my driveway while landscapers worked. HOA rules say I can't park on the street overnight, so I used your garage. You don't mind, do you? Actually, I do, I snapped. This is trespassing. She waved me off. Don't be dramatic. It's community spirit. We all share. That was it. I decided then and there I was going to teach her a lesson she'd never forget. Instead of moving her car, I simply shut the garage door, locked it, and pocketed the only key fob. Then, I packed a bag, loaded up my truck, and drove out to visit my brother's ranch. For 10 days. While I was sipping sweet tea on a porch swing, Karen was apparently losing her mind. The text started on day 2, "Hey, can you open the garage? I need my car." Day 3, "This isn't funny. I have places to be." Day 4, "If you don't return my vehicle, I'll call the cops." I ignored every single one. Day 5, my neighbor called to say Karen had been pacing the street, shouting about her rights as HOA president. She'd even tried to jimmy my garage lock before the neighbor reminded her that breaking into someone's property is a felony. Day 7, she finally did call the cops. When officers came, they asked where her car was. She told them, in my neighbor's garage. The officers knocked on my door, saw no one was home, and shrugged. They told her it was a civil issue and that she'd need proof she owned the garage, not just the car. That shut her up fast. When I finally returned home on day 10, I opened my garage and just stood there admiring the sight of her dusty car that hadn't moved in over a week. Karen must have been watching, because the second I rolled up, she came running across the street. "Open it. Give me my car right now," she screeched. I calmly opened the door, handed her the keys, and said, "Next time you trespass in my garage, I'll have it towed. And don't forget, I've got the security footage of you breaking and entering." She sputtered, "You wouldn't dare." I grinned. "Try me. And by the way, I've already sent a copy of the footage to the HOA board. You know, the same board that can remove you as president for abusing authority." The color drained from her face. Within a week, the board called an emergency meeting. Apparently, other neighbors had been waiting for a chance to get rid of her, and my footage was the final nail. She was voted out as president unanimously. The cherry on top. She was fined for unauthorized use of another homeowner's property, and her little stunt got her barred from holding any HOA position in the future. As for me, I installed a new security system, reinforced the garage, and kept the footage handy, just in case. Karen hasn't dared step on my property since. But every time I see her shuffle by, I swear I can hear the faint sound of her grinding her teeth, still bitter that I left her precious car locked up like a prisoner for 10 whole days.